Week 5, Cultural and Historical Context. The setting for Sonny's Blues is post-World War II New York. America was undergoing tremendous cultural and political change. Artists and musicians made New York a new cultural capital. They converged on the city and through their music, artwork, and writing were responding to inequities and discrimination in an American society following the end of the war. The readings for week 7 are Sonny's Blues and the chapter in back of your text writing about stories. Like thousands of other African Americans, Sonny and his brother both served in the war and moved into communities like Harlem, where instead of finding new job opportunities and equal rights, they found housing projects and vast urban slums. It was an experience that thousands of other African Americans faced during the end of World War II. The civil rights movement, which had begun in the South early in the decade, had quickly begun to spread across the country as millions of African Americans began to agitate for equal rights. Harlem was at a critical juncture in its history, ready to explode. Sonny's Blues is a testimony to both the frustration of life in America's cities and the eventual transformation of that frustration into a political and artistic movement. Some of the themes in the story are imprisonment, salvation, My Brother's Keeper, the Blues Period, Black America, social attitudes toward social background, sex, class, ethnicity, power, and privilege. In reading the story, there is a constant tension between Sonny and his brother, alternating between warmth and disappointment, hope and despair. Find examples of light and darkness, and pay attention to how Baldwin uses them to describe different aspects of the characters, their struggles and goals. What other techniques does Baldwin use to underscore the opposing themes of imprisonment and salvation? The short story paper. Pick one short story from below and write a 2 to 4 page essay analyzing how the main character arrives at his or her social location. Essential questions. What is identity? What is ethnicity? Who Am I by Gwynne Kirk and Margot Okazawa Ray approaches identity formation as a continuous process, which is based on the interplay of 3 levels of social relations, micro, meso, and macro. The social features of one's identity incorporate individual, community, societal, and global factors, and result in multiple, complex identities which can both be enriching and contradictory. Using this framework, look at how a character in one of the short stories has come to understand his or her identity within the context of cultural, generational, or social conflict. Be sure to consider in your essay the following: the different kinds of conflict in the story, the attitudes, the economic, political, and social conditions of the time, how the characters move in and out of different communities as insiders or outsiders. Do not summarize. Use quotes or examples from the Kirk and Okazawa Ray article. Use examples from the short stories to support your thesis. Use correct in-text citations. Pay attention to correct grammar, spelling, word choice, and use transitions.